So Megyn Kelly is in trouble.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
CNN says she may not even come back, but the other day...
And who is Megyn Kelly?
Megyn Kelly was a very popular Fox News host, and now she's a NBC host.
Okay.
Megyn Kelly Today. She hosts a show called Megyn Kelly Today, I believe.
Right.
And so she was having a discussion the other day about controversial Halloween costumes and how you're not supposed to wear... If you're white, you can't paint yourself to look like a black person.
And why not?
Because it's supposedly racist.
That's ridiculous.
I agree. And so did she. I think so does she, but now she's saying otherwise. But I have a clip of her from Twitter/NBC. This liberal user retweeted an NBC video saying, Megyn Kelly wonders what's the big deal about blackface.
Here's that soundbite.
You still be able to dress like a moron.
But what is racist? Because truly, you do get in trouble if you are a white person who puts on blackface for Halloween, or a black person who puts on whiteface for Halloween. Like back when I was a kid, that was okay as long as you were dressing up as like a character.
If somebody feels like something is offensive to them, then you should say it, and that's fair game.
Yeah,
and you should be able to take it if you're going to dress up like that.
Yeah, you got to be able to take it.
If they feel like it, if they feel it's offensive, everybody feels that way at some point.
Right.
And so she tells a story of someone who dressed up like Diana Ross.
Uh-huh.
Here that go.
There was a controversy on The Real Housewives of New York with Luann, as she dressed as Diana Ross, and she made her skin look darker than it really is, and people said that was racist. And I don't know, I thought, like, who doesn't love Diana Ross? She wants to look like Diana Ross for one day. I don't know how like that got racist on Halloween. It's not like she's walking around.
I have not seen it, but it sounds a little racist to me.
Me too. I can't keep up with the number of people that were offending just by being like normal people.
This weak beta male said that it sounds offensive to him. How?
Sounds racist to him.
Somebody dressed up like Diana Ross because they like Diana Ross.
Right. Shameful. So I have... a bunch of liberals attacked her, of course, because there's a big lynch mob every year against anybody who does blackface or defends the doing of blackface.
Any white person especially.
Right. And, blacks have done whiteface before, plenty. But anyways, a feminist named Padma Lakshmi tweeted, Minstrelsy is the basis for coining of the term Jim Crow laws, which served to humiliate and target black Americans, because caricaturing another race perpetuates the dehumanization of people of color, POC, who are being killed and jailed at disproportionate rate in the U.S.
This is why that white woman asked this black man, do you live here? Because this is insanity.
Yeah.
It's really insane.
And so, according to Variety the other day, Megyn Kelly sent an email apologizing to her coworkers for her blackface comments. And according to Urban Hollywood 411, she made a tearful on-air apology for blackface comments.
Really?
Uh-huh. And we got the...
I tried to tell white people that most black people hate white people. It doesn't matter if you're liberal, conservative, Democrat, Christian, atheist, Muslim. If you're white, black people don't like you. Even if you're supporting them and you disagree or have an opinion about something concerning them, even if it's a friendly opinion,
yep,
they still going to punish you.
And they're not accepting her apology, by the way. A lot of these blacks.
Of course not. Blacks don't accept good. So Megyn Kelly...
This is from Megyn Kelly Today.
Megyn Kelly apologizes.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm Megyn Kelly, and I want to begin with 2 words. I'm sorry. You may have heard that yesterday we had a discussion here about political correctness and Halloween costumes. And that conversation turned to whether it is ever okay for a person of one race to dress up as another. A black person making their face lighter or a white person making theirs darker to make a costume complete. I defended the idea, saying as long as it was respectful and part of a Halloween costume, it seemed okay. Well, I was wrong, and I am sorry.
Wow. Wow. What do you think about that, Joel?
That's so painful to even hear.
I'm telling you. She says blackface is never okay given the history of racists in this country. You're sighing.
Sorry.
I learned that given the history of blackface being used in awful ways by racists in this country, it is not okay for that to be part of any costume, Halloween or otherwise. This past year has been so painful for many people of color. The country feels so divided, and I have no wish to add to that pain and offense. I believe this is a time for more understanding, more love, more sensitivity, and honor. And I want to be part of that.
It's over for Megyn Kelly. It's so sad. We just seen the death of Megyn Kelly's career.
Yeah.
And if she managed to hold on to it a little bit, she's going to have to lick boots of the blacks and the liberals for the rest of her life. She get an applause for the apology.
Thank you for listening and for helping me listen too.
Look at the stupid black. Look at they love it in the name of Jesus. Another white licking the boots, the butts of black people.
She didn't even say anything close to wrong, though.
I know it. There was nothing wrong about it, and she looked like she's just dead in the face.
And sources say her show may possibly get canceled after this.
That's according to CNN.
Yeah.
White folks, it's not going to change until you stop the crap. You got to stop licking the boots of black people. All you're doing is encouraging them to get worse. Megyn did not do anything wrong. That's so amazing.
Really ridiculous.
And if it happened to Megyn, it's going to happen to other white people. But the problem is it's putting fear in other white people now. That's so sick that Megyn Kelly had to come back and apologize to the thugs. I can hardly stand it. This is not going to make black Americans better. It's only going to bring the worst out of them because they feel good about being wrong. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Isn't this amazing, James? Mm-hmm. It's like amazing.
Very amazing.
When will white America develop some gonads?
Whoa, you can't see. You're a preacher.
Gonad is a medical term.
You're a preacher.
But you can't. A preacher can't. When did a preacher become restricted from saying gonads?
You have to find a nicer way of telling whites the truth.
That is a nice way. I could have used the real word. Amazing. Kevin is out of Missouri. No, I can't use that word, Joel. Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, buddy. You're on the air.
All right. Thanks for taking my call. Yeah, it's pretty weird that Megyn Kelly was like, she was just kind of keeping it real in the first segment, and then was kind of like just switched her personality right after that. Was kind of like sorrowful. It was just kind of a weird shift. You know what I mean?
She went from life to death.